Well, back now with our in-depth conversation with NASCAR elite driver Bubba Wallace, a man no stranger to the headlines these days. Joining me now, World News Now anchor Kenneth Moton. Kenneth, hello to you. You got to sit down with this guy. Everybody's talking about him these days.
Everybody's talking about Bubba. You know a Bubba?
I know Bubba.
I know a Bubba or two down south, definitely. But this one appears to be like no other Bubba. He's young, he's outspoken, and he's black. To catch you up, Bubba Wallace put Black Lives Matter on his Chevy Camaro, number 43, made famous by NASCAR legend Richard Petty. He pushed NASCAR to ban the Confederate flag, and then there was the news found in a garage stall assigned to him. The FBI said it wasn't a hate crime, sparking a fierce backlash. Wallace's critics calling it all a hoax, and that is where we started when I sat down with Wallace. So how was your week?
I think you can sum that up for me pretty well, so I'll let you take a crack at that. There was a news found. It was a news, but you'll never be able to sell that to 100% of the people that are tuning in. So it's funny how common sense doesn't register with some people, but it's all good.
NASCAR, a multi-billion-dollar business. The drivers on the track and the fans in the stands, mostly white. The sport, mostly known for good old boy stereotypes. The young man trying to change that, Bubba Wallace, who sat down with us over the weekend ahead of NASCAR's doubleheader at the Pocono Raceway in the mountains of Pennsylvania.
I just want to race.
But the only full-time black driver in NASCAR felt the need to speak up.
We are the George Floyd!
As demonstrators hit the streets across this country demanding racial justice and equality. The deaths of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd having a profound impact.
It's terrible to see, terrible witness, and to be a part of indirectly. And I felt like something inside me changed to where I need to be vocal and speak up for the people that don't have a voice.
Is that why you're 26 years old? You'll be 27 this year. Is that why you feel the need? Just because the young people are taking over this movement and leading it?
It starts with us. It starts with everybody of trying to have a clear mind, of being able to educate themselves and listen and learn. That's what our message was from all of us drivers a couple weeks ago. Listen, learn, educate yourselves, and understand what other people are going through. Help our brothers and sisters.
Daryl Bubba Wallace, born in Alabama, raised in North Carolina.
How'd you get Bubba?
The day I was born from my sister. We don't know why, but it just kind of stuck.
So did the love for the sport at just 9 years old when he started racing go-karts. He got his first professional win as a teen, quickly becoming a fierce competitor.
Super aggressive. I race you how you race me. I get fired up. I get pissed off. I go through all the emotions. I love to race and compete.
Nearly 3 years ago, Wallace joined Team Petty.
They took a chance on me and believed in me.
Why are there not more men and cars who look like you?
I don't know the answer to that. We'll just keep doing everything we can off the racetrack and on the racetrack to expose and bring awareness to NASCAR and who I am and what I'm doing.
Wallace took a stand against the Confederate flag, but he made this surprising admission.
Does it necessarily bother me personally? No, because you're right, I grew up with it this whole time, been around it, and it's just something I never even paid attention to. But knowing that I have a voice and I can make an impact for people that feel like they don't have a voice, I'll stand up 100% of the time.
You speak out against it, but then in Talladega, we see on the outside of NASCAR property, they're flying it in the air. Your thoughts when you saw those images?
Ignorance,
Wallace's goal, a more diverse set of fans in the stands enjoying NASCAR. It appears to be already working.
The great equalizer.
But as that fan base grows, so do the number of critics. Some advice from his mother.
Yeah, they're just trying to intimidate you and distract you from what I really need to focus on, which is ultimately racing stuff. But now I'm becoming more of an adult, knowing how to manage both, being a human being, being an athlete. She's told me to always try to stay focused on the big picture.
What do you want your legacy at NASCAR? I know you're 26 years old, but when you say 5, 10, 20 years down the road, what do you want your fan base to look like? What do you want NASCAR fan base to look like?
I'm proud to be where I'm at today. There's a lot of room left to go, a lot of progress left to be made. And it's just getting started for me. So you don't even have to be a fan of me. You can be a fan of your favorite driver in the sport, but I'd like to see it more, diverse, inclusive, and just everybody getting along and nobody feeling uncomfortable.
Wallace is thankful for the support he's getting from fans, and he says that unity we saw last week with the drivers lining up behind him at Talladega, that is his NASCAR family. TJ, he says he always feels welcome when it comes to NASCAR.
You know, good for him, and he's been speaking, and he hasn't shied away from this.
He hasn't. He definitely feels a sense of responsibility, but this young man, he just wants to race. He told me that several times. Just wants to race.
Like, get out of my face about this, Kenneth.
Just
I
want to race
my car.
Tired of the interviews.
All right.
Want to race.
All right, good to see you here, man.
You too, brother.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.